Divine Masculine reading. What will it be for the Divine Masculine this day or this week, upcoming week? I'm having the Weaver Tarot here for the Divine Masculine. And the Gods and the Titans, the Star, Galactic Star Tarot. And I have the, what was it? The Oshun deck. In the mind space for the Divine Masculine. Wow. 4 of Wands. Stability, home, celebrating, finding family, and moving forward to the next step. That's where that's what the Divine Masculine has on his mind. So he is, for me, it's also the Twinflame card. Two people coming together, celebrating. Maybe he will give you a proposal, you know, wanting to get closer, want to get in, learning more about the Divine Feminine. And if you see here in the back, there's the castle. On this side there is the city, and in the background there are the mountains. So it is the next step for the Divine Masculine in his mind space. Maybe you get an not a love offer, but a commitment. You know, it's the card of the commitment. It's the card of marriage. It's the card of saying, yes, I want to go on with you. I want to celebrate with you. I want to do the work with you. I'm in it. I'm in it for 100%. So that is amazing. It's not about leaving the past behind. No, it's like I recognize the past. I lived through the past. I dealt with it. I'm maybe still not healed, but in every step I make, I know I have a growth. And then there comes this partner in his life, and he says, yeah, that's it. I fall in love with the soul. The soul attraction was the main thing. And they say, okay, this is it. I'm not afraid to step into a union. I'm not afraid to get hurt anymore. If I get hurt, I also know that I can grow from it. He knows also that there is an addiction going on, and I hear addicted to love. So it could be that the Divine Masculine is addicted to the love that the Divine Feminine offers him. So let's see what is in the Divine Masculine's heart space. What's going on in the heart? For this coming week. Wow, the 4 of Coins. 4 of Coins. And this is stability, love, giving all I have, and receiving everything I have. Giving and receiving what I have to give. And I know it's different than in all the other cards. This is another other card of the tarot, so you explain it differently. It's a beautiful energy. It's connected to the ancestors. It's connected to the earth. It's grounded, but also I want to share and I want to give my love to you. What I have, I will offer to you. What I can't give, I'm not able to give. And I will tell you if I'm not able to give it to you. So there is, in this divine masculine, he wants to share everything with you. So we have already 2 fours. So that's very interesting. So it's the giving and the receiving. It's the opening and moving forward in that heart space. Not thinking about lack, thinking about how he can create the abundance, not only for himself, but also for the situation where he's heading into. Because in his mind space, he has this union in his mind. So he wants to be able to provide for her, you know, not be able to take from her, but be in that equal energy, that there is stability, that I can take care of her, that I can do the things with her, you know, and then bring it all together. Yeah, there is this deep love for the divine feminine, and I see he offers her roses. You know, he offers her roses, and it could be that that he feels that she's walking the path of the roses, that she already shed everything that she needed to shed, that there is an equal give and take in this union. Their energies are brought together. So how does he see the union with the divine feminine? The 5 of Wands. And that's for me, this is the card of shadow. So it could be that, you know, there are some shadow aspects that needs to be resolved. And that's is so interesting. And it could be an addiction to love. That's what I heard. And then the song from Robert Palmer comes up, I'm addicted to love. So that means the attention of anything else. He's looking for that attention, for that love, for that admiration. And it's not about this. That's how he sees the divine feminine in that aspect. That how can I? Yeah, he sees the free women. You know, the free women that. Do I need to go there? The free women that he can go on and on and on, and I hear how many candies can I get? How many candies can I get before I get into that stability and in that union? And that is not the right way. That's still the 3D, but he wants to let go of those addictions. He wants to let go because it could be that he didn't have that attention all the time, you know, and now he is having all that attention, that he's getting all these old the old patterns are coming up, like, okay, I want to do this, I need to do this. And yeah, that's how I feel. That's how he sees the divine feminine, that it's easy, you know, easy to wrap them around the finger and easy to manipulate, to get in that sexual energy and in that love energy that he really, really needs and really wants. So that's still not that's still not healed. And it's something that is not healed yet, and that he will be aware of it at the moment. Those things are coming up now to see, okay, is this energy, am I aware of this energy that is happening, you know, within me? And it could be that the sex drive is way higher now, as we are in dark moon, you know, the sex energy, sex drive is higher. So he is looking for a fling, looking for an easy fix, a quick fix, attention, love. Yeah, he can feel good. That's the shadow side of the masculine, but also still the 3D. And he knows, and I feel he wants to change it, but that addiction is still there. So he needs to work on that addiction, being able to do it all on his own without any attention from the outside. Yeah, bring it back in balance. Bring it back in balance. There is this, then it means the mind, no, the mind. It's not the mind that is ruling here, I hear. But the temperance says, you know, bring it back in balance. Bring back the temperance, the water and the fire, you know, bring that in balance. Go back to the original state. Go back in meditation. Go back in that heart space. Follow your breath. And don't go in that thing of, oh, I hear lover boy tendencies. Wow, lover boy tendencies. So also for the women, you know, be aware. When you're entering that energy, you will feel it. You know, your body will reject. You know, if you're in tune with, you're in awareness and you're in tune, you know it. And that is really amazing. So spread your wings and fly higher. So the fine masculine now is challenged, you know, to fly higher, to fly to a higher frequency, to see it from a more sacred aspect than just the being addicted to that love. Okay. And what is the uncomfortability? The conqueror of wands. Conqueror of wands. And that's the whole thing that's going on at the moment. That is what they say. You have to conquer what you want. You have to look at what your needs are, what your soul needs. And you can overcome everything because you have the power, you have the energy, you have the fire, you have the determination, you have all these aspects in you. But why are you giving in? Why are you giving in? So you need to go back to the wound or to the addiction. When did that addiction started to exist? When is that wound opened? And where is the healing needed. And just send for yourself a lot of love and a lot of healing on it, because that will make you a stronger personality, not only in your mind space, because the mind is very strong already. It needs to channel more to the higher heart, and don't see in every woman an opportunity to have sex or to make love or to want that energy. It's the energy, I feel more, it's the energy vampire that is going on, you know? And it's in first attention, it's the attraction. It's not the soul that is coming at a later stage. It's also seeing how can I manipulate how the things go. So, and that's what I see. You know, it's full of the sexuality, sexual energies, and that it's perfectly fine when you have it, but use it on a sacred way. You know, if you can't commit to someone, don't go there, because the sexuality of the divine feminine is sacred. You know, we are not hollow vessels to receive all the energies. You know, what you received, what you took, all the energies you took in, you know, to dump it in another vessel. So that's how we create and we co-create, and we still be creating that karma and that trauma. So if there are so many entities and so many energies coming into a divine feminine's womb space, you know, it's possible that you get a borderline, or you get schizophrenic, or you go in all directions, because all these different energies are coming in. And then the divine feminine needs to transmute it. And that will take a time. So, yeah. And I have a feeling, what is he going to do about this? What is the divine masculine going to do about this? What? Yeah. Being aware of it and saying, okay, I'm aware of all this. I'm aware that everything is working with it, and I'm going to make a new direction for myself. And that's why in his mind, he has that energy of, I want a stable life, and I want to co-create, give and share for my heart. But I'm not having the opportunity yet to do that. I need to be stable. I need to have my finances in order. And that's why he is creating and creating and creating. But it's the money, it's the ace of coins, it's the materialism, it's the things that he needs for himself, while he knows he has more than enough. He has enough money, he has enough to give, he has enough to get, you know, to receive and to create that abundance. He has already everything what he needs. So that's not the case. It's the addiction. It's almost like there is a binding on him, and I hear that could be from a former lifetime. It could be from a partner, you know, that says, you know, I don't want to let you go, and I will do everything in my power to hold you in that grip. And that is how I hear love spells. I hear, you know, all these things are filled with entities, are filled with energies you don't want in your womb space as a woman. So you say, okay, no, you know, and that's, he wants to have that union with her. He wants that stability. He wants to give and take with her. He wants to get married, having children with her, you know, but it's not possible, you know, if all these energies are working still with him. So I don't see yet, it's not yet there, it's close, but he needs to talk and feel in those attachments and those addictions, what is going on. So it's time also for the divine masculine to raise that vibration, you know, and go and walking that king energy and walking that the path of the emperor and the king and the divine masculine. Three of coins, amazing. So he is going there. He is going to that space of, you know, I'm giving that love. I'm going to work on this. This is exactly what I need. Three of coins. He said, this is exactly, he probably met the right woman. He probably met the right woman that he says, yes, I want to grow old with that woman. I want to share my life with her. I want to do this. But I need to work on my addiction. I need to work on the things before I put that proposal out, to be in that commitment and to not to repeat that. So it could be he's offering her everything that he really wants. And it's hard to say goodbye to his old life because he has all the freedom and the picks that he wants. So yeah, I see he wants to do the work to make that cycle complete, to say, okay, no, I'm not going there. I'm not only hurting myself, I'm also hurting other people. And I don't want to be in those triangle relationships anymore. I don't want to go there anymore. I don't want to have side chicks, you know. I want to be able to commit to one person. But is that enough for him? You know, he's all these things are going through his mind to make a change in his life. So it wouldn't surprise me if he would search for help from the outside world. Okay, so let's see what star cards have to say. The Magician, yeah. He knows he has the power to change everything. He knows he has the power to change it. He knows he has the power to work with it. You know, it's and then I hear, yeah, there are two mechanisms going. You know, it's the mind and it's the lower part that is working, but he is going to work on it. He says, no, I don't want to shatter my energy anymore, because he gives here and gives there and gives there and gives there. So he loses energy instead of getting energy in this way. And he knows he has the strength. You know, he can call in his dragons, he can work with his dragons, he can work with his dragons that is connected to his divine feminine, to work and heal. That's it, to work and heal. He heals. I hear it's not only that he needs to heal his addictions, he needs to heal the wounds of his heart. You know, it could be that there was abuse in his childhood, you know, why he has the urge now to receive that admiration and that love. He wants that. And if he doesn't feel seen, he is out the door and, you know, is going to search for something else. Wow. But I know and I see that he has the strength to change it. So a lot of divine masculines, or a lot of masculines that are going to walk the path of the king, have to let go of a lot of addictions. They have to let go of the porn addictions. They have to let go of the hunting, you know, the chasing for women. That it's and they don't even hunt and chase anymore. You know, they let the women do the work to see if the women are vulnerable for them, to open themselves up, you know. And if they don't open up, he knows also she won't open up her body. So they know exactly, the men know exactly where to look for. So that's why there is a big shift now going for the divine masculine that is walking the king's path. You know, he also knows what his worth is. He also knows what he wants. And then say, okay, I'm going that direction. And in his mind, he already met the one. He wants that stability. He wants that house. He wants that love. He wants that family. He wants that child. He wants to be a parent. And then, you know, that shadow side comes in. And he needs to work with that, because every dark moon, that shadow will come up. So if you don't work on that energy that is withholding you to level up to the right frequency and to God's source, to be in that path of the king, then with dark moon he will see the results of it, because then, you know, it comes up again, and then you know it's not fully healed. You know it's not fully healed. Portal for the divine masculine. The doors are opening if you decide. Your rewards will be there, and you will have the wild card. The ports are opening. So you decide where you want to go. And because of the timeline shift, we already made the timeline shift between the third and the other dimensions. Eventually we're all going through that shift. We're all going to that portal. But the doors are opening. When you decide you are ready for it. For you to decide that you are working, you know, working through it. That you decide, I'm going to work on my emotions, and not walking away from it and saying, I'm healed, I'm the masculine. No, it's not. As long if you have any addictions, then you're still there. And when you walk through that portal, it's like having a wild card. You don't know what will happen to you, because all the beauty, all the light will come to you, and that will shift within you. If you don't want to walk that path of the king, perfectly fine for me, you know, then you stay in that lower frequency. But I see a lot of men at the moment totally changing the path, totally walking the path of the king frequency, and working so hard on letting go of the addictions, trying to let go of the alcohol, the smoking, the love addictions, and they're working on it. You know, they're working very hard. And that's why when the feminine, and that was the beginning, when the feminine sets the standard and detach from that energy, you know, not be able to be, you know, detached from that masculine or that entity that is behind it, because they're entities, they're not the masculine itself that is ruling them. You know, it's the energy behind it. And that's the shadow side. If you don't work with your shadow side, you don't lose your entities, okay? Let's see what the Titans have to say for the Divine Masculine. Altruism. Wow. Beautiful. He's working with the path of altruism. And that means the path with the shadow, the path with making amends, the path of sovereignty, the path of being pure, you know, seeing the wounds in somebody else, that's also his wounds, and no judgment on it. It's not a judgment on the Divine Masculine at all. It is the energies he's still struggling with, you know, to become in that king energy, to be able to say, okay, for this woman, I change. For me, I change, because I want to give this union a chance. So I need to change for me to be able to do the right thing for my partner, right? Because otherwise, the Divine Masculine needs a reason to change. Divine Feminine just change because she goes with that flow. She has that intuition, she has that nurturing. She wants to change because it will make her a better person. Divine Masculine needs a reason to change, because that's the logic for how it works for the man. And if he feels bad enough, you know, about everything, then, or he gets ill, or there is something happens in his life that he needs to change that energy, then it's actually the dark night of the soul that forced the Divine Masculine to change. There's always a reason that he needs to change. And there's a huge growth coming out of it. Wow. He has amazing skills. Lucht. And that's exactly the energies where we're in now. You know, the August. Lucht is the god of Lucht Nadesh. And he has all the skills. He has all the capabilities to change what he needs to change. He has amazing talents. You know, he has amazing talents, and he puts in that energy to to be able to reverse and change things for himself. Yeah, Shiva, the destroyer of all addictions. He has the Shiva, transformation and the destroyer of everything what's not good in his life. The destroyer of bad habits, the destroyer of energies that are against him or working against him, entities, fighting dark energies. And it has to do also with not only, it's the program that he is still trying to come out of, you know, out of a habit, out of structures, out of, but still have that mental strength, you know, he has the mental strength to be in that energy, unless he's too much in his feminine energy, or there are too many wounds that still needs to heal. So he's also fighting other people instead of accepting for what it is, you know, accepting your own wounds, your taking accountability. I hear taking accountability for your actions, because it doesn't destroy the other. I hear it doesn't destroy the other. It destroys you. It destroys your energy. It destroys your vitality. It destroys everything. Obstacles. Remove all obstacles. Ganesha is removing all the obstacles that are in your life at the moment. And that's it. He's removing all the obstacles. Ganesha is you creating abundance. All obstacles will be destroyed, because when you're in the energy of you know, of your beloved, then all obstacles disappear, because you are under her umbrella of protection in that vibrational energy. If you choose a low vibrational woman, you will be under the umbrella of that lower frequency, and you're not getting out that easy. But when you say, okay, I heal, I change, I work on myself, and I'm going to walk my king's path, then you're coming in a higher vibration, and then you will be guarded and sheltered, you know, under that higher frequency of light. So that's really amazing. And he knows it. That's his journey. He has the knowing about it. He has the intelligence to understand it, where that's going. And it is, where do you want to go? Do you want to go on the path of destruction and fighting your whole life? Or do you want to do it together as a union in healing and grace for that higher frequency, and use that energy and power for good? And I see the whole world changing. As you saw what was happening for Palestine all over the world, so many million people going on the street and fighting the injustice, you know, then and fighting the obstacles, you know, that's in the way, and destroying it together with Shiva. Then I say, yes, I have hope for not only divine masculine to get in that frequency, to walk that path, and to come in that fifth dimensional realm where he can be free and open and able to share and to love in a sacred way. So that's really amazing. Is there another card? Yes. Yeah. And there's so many beautiful men at the moment, you know, connected with the Brotherhood of the Rose, with the Brotherhood of Knights, with the Round Circle, with the, you know, the Round Table. There are so many men standing up and leaving that old paradigm behind. I see so many beautiful men coming out, you know, in circles, men's circles, doing the work together, supporting each other, you know, going through their wounds. And how beautiful it is. It's amazing to see that so many people are changing and doing the work. You know, I have beautiful friends, you know, they have their own circle and they do beautiful work. And they inspire people, they teach people to a higher level, you know, to let them see and feel that transformation is possible for everyone who wants to put their energy in. And it's worth, you know, a huge compliment for all these men, but also the men that are put in very difficult situations, that are still trying to make a better place or a better environment so things will function better. And that's really admirable that they are doing it. And sometimes it's with a sacrifice for themselves. So I see so many beautiful things happening, and it's not just it's the shift that the men are making at the moment. So the shift from the third dimensional realm to the addictions, through everything, and then making that shift to the other side. That is really amazing. We all have to do with addictions, you know. There is nobody free of that addiction. But if you free of that addiction and you freed yourself from these entities, you know, your life is going in peace, ease, and grace. And it flows, you know, it flows. And that's what I see more and more with the masculines. It's very encouraging. The whale and the orca elders, share your song. The frequency of sound change everything, and diving deep. And it has to do with share your soul song. Share the frequency of sound. If you play guitar, piano, playing the flute, playing the harp, whatever you do, you know, change that state of yourself where you're in. By music, you know, and diving deep, you know, diving deep into yourself and work with those frequencies that takes you out of that darkness. Maybe you had always the intention or had a dream, I want to play an instrument, you know. Play and go and put your energy in it and start to play. Why wouldn't you play? Why would you stop playing? What did hold you back to share that frequency or to learn something new? You know, this is amazing. So never let doubt, or I can't do this, or it's too much work, or, you know, if you put in the effort and the energy, you can learn everything. And you change everything with it. Fall into my arms, surrendering, holding the opposites and extremities of life. Wow. So that's what the Divine Masculine is, his end goal. There is where he wants to go. That Divine Feminine falls in his arms so he can surrender, or she can surrender, holding the opposites and extremities of life. And that's also for the Divine Feminine, because we have this masculine and feminine within ourselves, also for the masculine. So, and fall in the arms. Then I hear fall in the arms of the angel, fall in the arms of the Divine Mother, fall in the arms. This is a beautiful, because it's how does it call? It's the womb space, you know, of the mother, of Mother Earth. You know, it's the water in a cave, surrounded in a cave, and let yourself surrender. Let yourself be floating, floating on that water. She holds those opposites within you. And she clears out. And she will protect you and hold you for the extremities of life. But that's also what the Divine Masculine does for the Divine Feminine. He's the protector. He's the caretaker. He is holding space for her. You know, and I see that goes vice versa. So when he is holding space for her, she will give him the nurturing and the care and the love that he needs. And she holds the opposites, and he holds these opposites. So that's beautiful. So it is possible for the Divine Masculine to make that whole shift. And that is what I see, and that's what I feel where he's heading. But it's also, if we don't give our standards, Divine Feminine, and if we say, oh, come to me, I need you, I want you, you know, don't go for that. Go for the soul, how your energy feels, you know. Don't dive in, you know, for the first time, or, you know, if it feels good, or just for an evening. That's also not only you're open yourself for all these entities that and the wounds that the Divine Masculine is carrying. Okay? Step into the Divine Feminine energy. All the love, all the blessings. And if you want a private reading for yourself, how you are staying with your Divine Masculine, if your Twin Flame or Divine Masculine is arriving soon, I can look into it, and I can give you a private reading. Go to the description box below, and I see you. Bye-bye. Next time.